Lock it in, lock it in, yeah. It's the Joe Lock It Show. Lock it in, yeah. It's the Joe Lock It Show. Lock it in. Are you ready to be entertained, educated? A little stimulation for your brain. Lock it in. Are you ready to learn? Are you ready to laugh? Are you ready to love? Then lock it in, yeah. It's the Joe Lock It Show. Lock it in, yeah. It's the Joe Lock It Show. Lock it in, lock it in. It's the Joe Lock It Show.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Joe Lock. You locked into your favorite eating ride. We're in the building. It is Tough Conversation Tuesday right here. How y'all doing, man? Today, we got a great show lined up for you. We're going to be talking about some tough conversations and some things you should be going to some phones and stuff like that. But also tomorrow on the show, y'all, man, listen. Tomorrow is Ladies' Day on the show. Denise got a women of panels, and she's kicking me off my show. And she's going to be here with some beautiful women, and they're going to be giving it to you raw. So you guys don't want to miss this live stream tomorrow. Make sure y'all set y'all clocks to 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. For 2 hours, Denise and her girls are going to be doing their thing. And tomorrow morning at the Filter Coffee Parlor Shop, y'all know what time it is. Coffee Conversation with your boy, Natasha Rogers, 1221 will be in the building, CEO. Extraordinaire, man. She's a good friend of mine. Going to have a great conversation about what it is to be a CEO, single, making it and running and operating a multi-million-dollar business. Natasha Rogers tomorrow. Coffee Conversations in the building. How y'all doing today, man? Everybody good? If y'all got time, man, do us a favor. Make sure you subscribe to all our channels. When nephew comes on, he will do all the housekeeping because he has that intact and all the taglines. But what I want you guys to do to always comment, always share. And I appreciate everything you guys have been doing for us, man. Y'all gonna see some changes coming up here next week. We're cutting back on the streaming just a tad bit. So starting next week, we will not be streaming on Tuesdays because we're going to make that a work day for the company. So we will be streaming Monday, Wednesday, Thursdays, and Fridays. Tuesday, we're going to take off and we're going to do some work. Because what we're realizing right now is that we got a lot of content, but we're not able to actually put out some of our content. And so we need to be able to do some work behind the scenes. So we're going to be, we're locking in media. We may play a replay on Tuesdays. I'm thinking about that. But we will not be streaming live on that day. Or we may record some content for that day. So you will have content on Tuesday. It just won't be live content on Tuesday. Okay, so make sure you guys stay locked in for that. Hey, Michelle. Aloha. How you doing? Who else in the building? We got Foxy Samantha in the building. We got Todd. So are you actually, I think she told me this before, Michelle, don't kill me, but are you actually in Hawaii or where are you? And I think Michelle's a beautiful woman, but I'm always afraid of any woman by the name of Michelle because of my ex-wife.
That's some crazy trauma, PTSD right there.
Bruh. And shout out to my ex-wife, man. There's nothing, bad that I want to say about her, but still, divorced, no longer together. So, I couldn't, bro. It would be tough for me to go and date another woman and call her Michelle. That would be like you know what I'm saying? Because have you ever did that before though?
Is that cheating? Is that like mentally cheating?
I don't know. I've never done it because
I have, but I mean, I didn't. Maybe I'm just that trifling.
Michelle, I ain't taking it. Michelle, I ain't say I would not. Don't. If you sing it, I just say I wouldn't. But have you did it?
Yeah.
You date a girl that your ex and then a new girl.
I hollered at a girl that was the same name my ex. I wouldn't say dated. It wasn't enough time to say date. But I hollered at a girl.
Have you ever dated a girl that looks similar to your ex? Oh, that laugh. Oh, that laugh.
Hey, leave it to my family. Yeah, I got a type. Really? I like them chocolate.
Do I have a type?
I don't keep track of yours. I haven't even met your ex-wives.
You've seen pictures of them, right?
Yeah, I seen pictures.
They're completely different.
Way different. So that's why I was like, I can't really put that on
one Japanese, one black.
Yeah, I can't really put that on you.
Yeah,
I had to see how they built in order to say you got
I have a body type. I do have a body type.
You have a body type.
I have a body type, but I don't have a type. If that makes sense. Like, I don't have a woman that she needs to look, she got to be a certain way it looks similar to. Because you looked at my first wife, looked at my second wife, they look entirely different. But I do like a smaller frame woman. Now, I'm up to now, and because we've older now, I would date a thick woman, but I would never. I don't want to date a overweight, if that makes sense.
Okay.
With all due respect.
So is they only can get
Hawaiian,
thick, but they
okay.
can't get overweight, but they can only get thick.
I mean, you're going to get, because as you get older, you're going to gain weight, right? And depending on what your regimen is, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be what it's going to be. But I would say this, and this is probably the shallow part of me. So that's why I have to date a woman who cares about her health and how she looks. I probably won't be attracted to a woman if she don't take care of herself, meaning that she allows her weight to become overweight.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
That makes sense. I ain't mad at that.
I mean, now if it's a health issue, that's different. But if you're not taking care of yourself and you're comfortable, you just decide to start to gaining weight, I'm probably going to find I will still love you, but I will fall unattractive to you, right? Because I'm big on health, been big on my health since I was like 16, 17 years old. So I like to look at something that's, creative and, give me the, that's my baby. Hey, Michelle. Michelle, so are you single, Michelle? Michelle, she says she lives in Hawaii, and I ain't been in Hawaii in a minute. Got to be healthy, says Michelle. Yes. You're single. How old are you, Michelle? Please say you're my age. Please say you're my age. Please say you're my age. No, I'm Hawaiian, but I live in California. That's even better. That's even better.
So making sense now.
Please say she. Yes!
She your
yes!
She age?
53.
50. Oh, okay. Yeah, she right there by you. All right, bet.
Yes, Lord. Yeah. Yes, Lord. Hey, Michelle, how you doing, baby?
Alrighty. Now, banter aside, make sure that
Hey, Michelle, how you doing? You will be the first Michelle that
all right, don't get your hopes up now. We don't know Michelle.
She said she's single.
Yeah, she single, but we don't know her yet. We just had this whole talk about Michelle's. And you getting your hopes up now.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
He not recognizing.
There's hope.
He not recognizing patterns.
You think she'll send me down the same path?
I don't know. I ain't gonna put that on her.
Don't tell me she's gonna do the club thing on me.
I hope not.
Single for a long time and never been married. Ooh, I'm scared now. Have you ever been proposed to or close to being married?
I'm sure she's been engaged before.
Because I'm sorry, bro. If I'm 50 and I've never been married and never been engaged, would you think something wrong with me?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Because it look like you don't have commitment. You got trust issues or commitment issues.
Right? Single for a long time and never been married.
See, I told you about getting your hopes up on these Michelles. I got to start with I ain't gonna say her name because she be watching. I ain't gonna say her name. She be watching. I know.
So Michelle, have you ever been proposed to? I'm gonna be a grandma this year. That's cool.
Oh, okay. I mean,
but she dodged the whole question of having.
She did. But let her dodge
engaged.
Let her dodge it though.
Hey, Pebbles, what's going on, baby?
We need Michelle to lock it in.
Hey, Pebbles put up 3 red flags. Pebbles driving. She put up flags. She like, Joe, stay away.
Yeah, that's grass.
Wow,
that's grass.
How you doing today, Neff?
I'm doing good. I'm having a really, really good day. With that being said, you guys can have a great day too. Got to do the housekeeping.
Okay.
Got to do the housekeeping.
Okay, go ahead.
If you guys want to do the housekeeping like us, make sure that you do like, share, subscribe. Make sure you do go through all of your social medias to follow us there at LIM Network. You can also follow us at the Joe
I
Lockett
could be,
Show on Facebook, on Instagram, and on X. With that being said, make sure that you do follow all of those direct channels so you can always be notified whenever we drop. YouTube is starting to look up over there. Okay, so make sure you
Hey,
go
Shamel.
to the LIM network on YouTube so that you can
Okay, Mama, have a
stay
good one.
locked
Aloha.
in. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you follow. Do all of those. Okay,
Kim.
hit them up in the chat.
Hey, Kim, how you doing, baby?
Um,
Hey, I gotta ask these women a question, right? And if you can, if you have time, put this in one of the clips, right? Ladies, if you're in a relationship or you married, right? Do y'all have a problem with them when a man walking by you, he slap you on the ass? I really want to know that.
what?
No, because I see a lot of women, right? Some women like when they man slap them on the ass when they walk, but you see your girl, she got on some tight shorts, right? You walk in the house, you slapping. Well, you never been married, or you probably didn't have the situation.
I mean, but that don't stop from when you in those interactions. I ain't never met no girl that didn't like it.
Some girls, bro, I think in the beginning it's cool, but as you be in a relationship or you married, it's like, stop. What you doing? To stop it, right?
Really?
Yeah. So Kim said, not at all. I have a problem. I have a problem is he doesn't. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Because I've seen it, bro, where, some women will like it and some women don't like it. Because, I'm kind of heavy-handed, because they don't.
Oh, you probably hurting folks, man. You probably mad aggressive with your slap. It ain't playful.
I love it when my husband does that. Can I do it in public? If I see you looking fine, you walking down the street, can I slap you?
Nah, I ain't seen folks be mad about it being done in public, but I mean,
Pepper says she's love it. Please do. Turns me on. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
So what do men like women do?
Don't be gripping on me.
I don't care about you gripping on me. I don't, but women don't usually do that. This is what I see women. This has been my thing. Women love to come play.
Okay.
They love to come like jump on you. Like you be sitting there watching something or you really busy, right? And they're just baby, how you doing? What you doing? What you doing, baby? Baby, I'm busy right now. Stop. That aggravates the fuck out of me. I'm not gonna lie.
I like that. I didn't hear nothing that was wrong.
I don't know, but that if I'm busy,
like if I'm in like a little bit of irritated mood, that calm me down. That should be out.
That should be out. I'm busy, and I've had to change with that because it's like when a woman does that to me or done that to me, I've always been busy in a different mode, different mindset, and then they just come in and jump on you, or they come up to you, kind of like move your phone or move your computer out of the way and start kissing on you, right? Or sit on your lap, or straddle you or something, right? Baby, I'm busy, right? Baby, just give me a few minutes. I just want to hold you. I just want to kiss on you right now. Can I hold on my husband? Okay.
Really?
But then I'm like
distracted.
I don't jump in the mood quickly.
I don't either, but I mean, I don't correlate that with
because I got to try to refocus, and now I got to try to be loving. Because she's in a high energy, you know what I'm saying? Lovey-dovey, let's play type mood.
You also do have to gauge that though. You also do have to gauge that.
Stop laughing, Bridget. The shit ain't funny.
If we got to get some business done, or I got to get some business done, I need you to know when I got to get the business done and when I'm doing the business, or if I'm just shooting around. But if I'm just shooting around, or I'm getting some stuff that I ain't got to get pressed for, I ain't tripping. I like it.
But I'm gonna ask women this question: are y'all doing that when you know that I'm busy to fuck with me to see am I gonna stop? Yeah. Just because?
Could be testing.
You know what I'm saying? Because they do it. It's been done to me, bro. When they know, right? I'm in the midst of something, right? But for whatever reason, they want to play. Because women don't slap you, women don't grab on you, women won't grab for no kiss or whatever, right? But they will come jump on you and they will come play. Or if you've been asleep too long, like during the daytime, if you sleeping too long, you never had that. You sleeping for a while, and your wife, well, you never been married, but your girlfriend comes in.
Hey, you stay being white, man. You want to shoot me out for not being married, bro?
Hell no, don't cry. Take your time, young man. Don't rush marriage at the fuck all, okay? Live your life.
Oh my God.
Live your life. See,
But-
Kim said she does that to her man.
But I mean, while I'm laying down, I know what time it is. Unless I really need some sleep.
Personally, man, a baby. Huh?
I said I know what time it is unless I need some sleep.
Okay, she said after she don't have a man. Kim, you got a man? Okay.
I mean, let me shut up.
Hey, Kim, how you doing?
Oh my goodness.
But okay, so last question before we get into the entertainment news and the show. Right?
Okay.
Last question, right? It's a tough conversation. I'm just having fun. Do y'all have a problem, ladies, when we wake y'all up in the middle of the night? We want some?
I doubt. I doubt. Oh, let me.
Is that bad?
Let me get your drop, bro.
What? I'm just asking a question. These are questions that I have sometimes. God, I ain't slept with a woman in my bed for a long time overnight, but you know what I'm saying? If I wake you up, you know what I'm saying? You next thing you know, I'm rubbing up against you, right? You feel that third leg, you know what I mean? Grinding up against you.
Stop.
What? You don't do that? You don't?
No, it's golly.
Hold on, you don't do that?
We ain't even warming up into the episode yet, bro.
I'm warming everybody up. This the baby or something. This the baby. This the PD the baby. No, but seriously, you ain't never did that in the middle of the night?
I have.
You have? So are you a morning person, night person?
Morning.
Me too.
Morning. I actually at night I'm pretty cool.
Huh?
Not that it wouldn't happen, but I'm pretty cool.
I prefer the mornings. I don't know why. The nighttime, bro. It's like when I'm shutting down, I want to shut the fuck down. But morning times, you know, I'm up and at it. Not a problem at all. See, where are these women at? Because the women that I be with, bro,
not in our circles.
I'm gonna say they act like it's a problem until you know then it's no longer a problem, right? But I think sometimes you're waking somebody up out they sleep. You got something on your mind, but they on cloud nine somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a problem with a woman waking you up in the middle of the night?
I don't know what it is. No.
Not what I just said. She wakes you up in the middle of the night.
No.
And she wants some.
No, not at all. But also ain't been married, so sure. I don't know if that's in different context.
But you've been with a girlfriend and y'all.
I don't know if that's different context though. But nah, I haven't.
I would say if your marriage is that routine and it's habitual in your marriage, I think it's cool. If your wife all of a sudden started doing some stuff like that, your husband all of a sudden started doing it 2 or 3 years in, and that wasn't part of it.
You feel like they shouldn't be switching up?
No, you will switch up, right? Because you're trying to create more different, a different environment in a relationship or a marriage. But if your other partner is not with it, it's going to take you a little time to get your partner to where you're trying to take them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Makes sense.
Yeah, it's a problem.
Man, she was fun, and I had to like that and save.
Are you on Instagram?
No, I'm on TikTok actually.
Really?
Through both of the pages.
All righty then. All right, guys. Y'all guys are locked into favorite. I had some fun questions, and thank you, ladies and everybody, for participating and answering those questions of the curious things of Joe Lockett. So let's get into the news.
All righty. With that being said, let me go ahead and pull it up.
Take your time, young man. Don't rush into marriage. Don't do it. Live your life. Live your life.
Oh my God.
Please live your life, sir.
I definitely will.
So we'll go on with our live entertainment. Without further ado, here they are.
It's cliffhanger.
Love it. I just love it.
Oh my God. Nah, I mean, you just golly, bro. Have some order about you. Get some order. All right. Now, speaking of order,
Y'all kicking me off my show tomorrow. I gotta have fun.
I see.
Denise have told me I cannot even be in the studio.
Now we got some stuff to get into today. Let's backtrack. Let's backtrack a little bit. First things first, a lot of folks is having some discourse about the Joy Reid situation. Okay. A lot of folks. More than
the lady, you didn't know who she was?
Yeah. But later I had to put the face to the name. Shut up, godly.
But you didn't know her name.
No, I knew her name. I told you I heard of her before. I said I couldn't put no face to it. I was like, I had to draw blanks of who you was talking about.
Couldn't put a face to that name.
No, I couldn't.
Black history.
But Joe, I also don't watch the politics like that. When I saw her face, I was like, yeah, I know exactly who that is. I only know her, Don Lemon, and who else?
Don't do it. Just keep going. It's okay.
No, it's one more person.
You don't know it.
Dr. Mark Lamont. And I only know about him because he on the Joe Budden show. And I didn't see him on CW, not the CNN too. So that's my only three I really know about, unless you go on Dr. Umar.
This boy said Joe Budden.
No, Dr. Mark Lamont Hill.
Okay, have a great day, baby.
Mark Lamont Hill. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I know him from the show because I watched that show.
Yeah, I got you. So
and he was on CNN. Doing what they was. Shut up, bro. Golly. Anyway, yes, a lot of folks have been reacting to her last episode that was on Monday. I do remember some of the discourse and in my house for the folks that watch CNN like that.
It's MSNBC, sir. She's not
MSNBC.
She's not.
Not CNN. It's MSNBC.
MSNBC. MSNBC.
MSNBC.
Yes.
Okay. Now, like I said, it's been a lot of discourse about it. I'm not gonna lie to you. My reaction for it. Yeah, I can't really speak to it.
I can.
Now I'm gonna play a few other folks because we have Mr. Michael Rappaport that was speaking on it, and
I'm gonna tell you the person who spoke best on it was Rachel Maddow. Rachel Maddow gave the company a good stern talking to, I would say. Rachel Maddow said what most people would not say in fear of losing their jobs.
Now she on the she on the same.
She got her own. She got the Rachel Maddow show. She's been on MSNBC for years.
Okay. That's if she said all that.
If you could pull up what she said, right? Look for Rachel Maddow, right? Don Lemon, all of the people, they said some stuff, but what Rachel Maddow said, bro, and the way she said what she said, if you go to TikTok, you probably get it quicker. Okay. But what she said was powerful, and a lot of women would not, in her position, still working for the company, on her show, say what she said, right? So I got a lot of respect for what Rachel Maddow had to say about not just that, but the whole situation that's going on at MSNBC. And she goes into the decency of how to treat people, and it was powerful, man. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I don't care what side of politics you on, but what she said was humanizing, right? It was to the human core of what, and the decency, the common core decency of how people should be treated, because of what the administration is doing, right? In our government, everybody feels that it's okay to mistreat people at the end of the day, right? And it is what it is and they're calling it fraud. You're not working, whatever. But at the end of the day, bro, this is gonna come back to bite so many people in their behind, in my humble opinion. And with the way she articulated, the way she put it down, bro, I was very impressed, because I'm not a huge Rachel Maddow fan, because sometimes I think she's like over the top with her shit. Right? I like I always say, a broke clock is right twice a day, but I'm not the biggest fan of Rachel Maddow. But what she had to say, she had the people back. Let me just say that. And I'm going to say honestly, bro, I don't know if any black woman sitting in that position
would do that
for Joy Reid.
Really?
Yes. And Rachel Maddow is white.
Yeah, because what I see here, she this is a white lady.
Yeah, she's white. I don't know if a black man or a black woman
will hold it down like that.
Hold it down like she held it down. Because, what she said, right? And what she said about the company, she could wake up the next morning and don't have a job. But obviously, when she said what she said, she have secured a contract, and she figured my buyout, what you got to pay me going into this next season because of what I done signed, right?
Yeah.
She's safe.
Now, I think I pulled it up.
Okay, pull it up.
1 sec.
Yeah. Because what she said, bro, is very powerful. You guys lock it in. You lock it into the Joe Lockett show. Erica Bunker yesterday.
Not want to lose her as a colleague here at MSNBC. And personally, I think it is a bad mistake to let her walk out the door. It is not my call, and I understand that, but that's what I think. I will tell you, it is also unnerving to see that on a network where we've got two non-white hosts in primetime, both of our non-white hosts in primetime are losing their shows, as is Katie Fang on the weekend.
No.
And that feels worse than bad, no matter who replaces them. That feels indefensible, and I do not defend it. From her, I do not want to lose her as a colleague here at MSNBC, and personally, I think it is a bad mistake to let her walk out the door. It is not my call, and I understand that, but that's what I think.
It looked like, they shorted it down. Hold on.
Man, she said a whole lot more about the company itself.
Yeah.
But shout out to Rachel Maddow, man. Shout out to Rachel Maddow for saying what she said. Joy Reid was a beloved personality on TV. You know what I'm saying? She held it down for the niche, just like Fox News have their people who hold it down for their niche.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see here. She went on a whole 4-minute rant.
Yeah, you got it?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
I got it. I got it.
All right, pull it up,
I got it now.
I want people to hear it, man, because the reason why I want people to listen to this clip the whole 4 minutes and hang in there with us, right? Because what she said, right? I don't know, and I'm gonna say this again, if a black person sitting in that position still having a job when another black person got fired would have said this. Go ahead.
All the other nights except for Mondays. So that's a big change. An even bigger programming change is at 7 p.m. 7 p.m. Eastern, where Joy Reid's show, The Readout, ended tonight. And Joy is not taking a different job in the network. She is leaving the network altogether. And that is very, very, very hard to take. I am 51 years old. I have been gainfully employed since I was 12. And I have had so many different kinds of jobs, you wouldn't believe me if I told you. But in all of the jobs I have had, in all of the years I have been alive, there is no colleague for whom I have had more affection and more respect than Joy Reid. I love everything about her. I have learned so much from her. I have so much more to learn from her. I do not want to lose her as a colleague here at MSNBC. And personally, I think it is a bad mistake to let her walk out the door. It is not my call, and I understand that, but that's what I think. I will tell you, it is also unnerving to see that on a network where we've got two non-white hosts in primetime, both of our non-white hosts in primetime are losing their shows, as is Katie Fang on the weekend. And that feels worse than bad, no matter who replaces them. That feels indefensible, and I do not defend it. But there's just one other piece of it that you should know. From your side of the TV screen, you will mostly see changes in terms of who's in the anchor chair. And actually, everybody who's going to be in anchor chairs from here on out are great colleagues and great at what they do. And you are not going to be disappointed in who's on our air and what you're going to be seeing. But one thing you cannot necessarily see is that the people who get our shows on the air, they're really being put through the ringer. Dozens of producers and staffers, including some who are among the most experienced and most talented and most specialist producers in the building, are facing being laid off. They're being invited to reapply for new jobs. That has never happened at this scale in this way before when it comes to programming changes, presumably because it's not the right way to treat people and it's inefficient and it's unnecessary. And it kind of drops the bottom out of whether or not people feel like this is a good place to work. And so we don't generally do things that way. Maybe all of our folks, including most of the people who are getting this very show on the air right now, maybe they will all get new jobs here. And I hope they do. But in the meantime, being put in this kind of limbo, the anxiety and the discombobulation is off the charts at a time when this job already is extra stressful and difficult. It is not news for me to tell you that the press and freedom of the press are under attack in a way that is really, it's a big deal for our country. It's very visceral for us here. I know that the business of the press is not an easy thing, and I know that no job is forever. But I think I'm safe in saying for all of us anchors who you know through the TV, please know that what pains us the most is not what happens to us. It is what happens to our coworkers on whom we depend and who you don't necessarily know, but we respect and love them and depend on them. And did I mention we respect them? This is a difficult time in the news business, but it does not need to be this difficult. We welcome new voices to this place and some familiar voices to new hours. It's going to be great, honestly. And we want to grow and succeed and reach more people than ever and be resilient and stay here forever. I also believe, and I bet you believe, that the way to get there is by treating people well. Finding good people, good colleagues, doing good work with them, and then having their back. That we could do a lot better on. A lot better. I'll be right back.
That was Miss Rachel Maddow. Maddow.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Get her some air horns on that.
That was long, right?
Mm-hmm.
But how many people nephew, would have stood up for her, right? Or anybody when they kept their job, stood up for them on that network and said what she said the way she said it.
Nah, I don't.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if any, even family or friends.
You know what I'm saying? Because everybody was in fear of their job. So when I listened to that and I saw it, right? Someone saw me and sent me the clip, right? And I was like, whoa, go ahead. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a big fan of Rachel, but when she said, bruh, I just became a fan because what I've always said, bro, you need people who got your back and know they really got your back.
Yeah.
What she said is no comparison to what nobody else said, bro. You know what I'm saying? Don Lemons, all that. I'm sorry, but what she said, she included everybody, Joy Reid, but the whole what's actually going on behind the scenes, right? And I want to ask y'all in the chats, right? What do y'all think about what's happening in the news cycles? Number one, and what's happening to a lot of people around the country with their jobs. Put it in the chat. Let us know, guys, know what you think.
Now, speaking of Mr. Don, he was responding back to one Megyn Kelly. So let me pull up the.
So let me just say,
he went left on me.
He went a little wild. But Megyn Kelly,
this is a different Don Lemon with his own show now on the internet.
Yeah, he ain't worried about no FCC or none of that today. But
exactly, Bridget.
Miss Megyn Kelly, she went to, and I think this is the Fox
Network. Yeah,
the Fox Network lady.
No, she's not on Fox anymore. She used to work at Fox. She now have her own podcast, her own network, her own thing, what she's doing. And so she went on a rant and saying good riddance to. But go ahead, read it out.
Yeah. Megyn Kelly went to Twitter to say, "Remember when Joy Reid laughingly mocked, quote unquote, white women tears as pathetic and offensive to her? Who's crying now, Joy? Good riddance to absolute worst person on television, and shame on NBC for letting it go on this long." Now we finna get to the very hey, Miss
Hanson. Yes, he is.
Abrupt take from Mr. Don Lemon.
To Megyn Kelly, in my 30-some years as a journalist and my 50-some years as a person of color, go fuck yourself. Okay?
And then the drink.
I usually don't like to talk about her because she's one of those people, she thrives on it. She has built the second part of whatever of her career on being a troll. So this is what Megyn Kelly said about Joy Reid, right? And remember, Joy Reid is a woman, Megyn Kelly is a woman. She's supposed to be all about women and, supports women. Okay, so this is what she said. Remember when Joy Reid laughingly mocked white women tears as pathetic and offensive to her? Who's crying now, Joy? Good riddance to the absolute worst person on television, and shame on NBC for letting it go on this long. And she has she is an axe to grind when it comes to MSNBC. And also, this whole, she's racist, right? It's just, I'm going to give you the evidence.
Now,
I think it went a bit far when he said that, but go ahead.
When calling her racist?
Yeah, because Megyn Kelly is, she's a troll for sure. She knows media. She knows what to do to get her audience revved up.
Yeah, she take crazy statements. I know of her only because of the Fox thing. I know she's doing her own thing right now.
Yeah,
but her and that other dude that was on Fox when they was one-on-one with each other, they was going crazy.
Yeah.
But
hey, D, how's it going, baby?
Yeah, I mean, I know what a troll is, and
we had a meeting about what we
I
have
met
to
a
do.
racist.
You know, we had a meeting today about, you know, in this business, there's a certain level of trolling you have to do
Yeah,
to get their attention, right?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you know, when we was in our business meeting this morning, one thing was said, like, you know, you guys don't do, y'all are like, y'all keep it status quo.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't do anything that's shock value, right? On the show, right? And so, you know, me and nephew, we pushing back, like, you know, we don't want to build in that realm because, you know, if you're only known for shock value, right? That's what you got to stay the lane in. And I used to be that shock jock, and it's not a comfortable place to be in.
Yeah, it's not. Now before we move on, Michael Rappaport, he has something to say
Who
about
cares
this.
what he had to say? He's crazy.
Oh my goodness, I was like, dog, Michael, God, dog.
There's been a lot of discussion about Joyless Joy Reid. Her show got canceled. And I don't scoff at anybody in show business because she essentially is a performer. It wasn't a news show. It was a personal commentary show on a news network, MSNBC. I don't laugh at people losing their jobs, although she's still at the network. But the show itself, one of the reasons why the show got canceled is because people didn't watch.
Okay.
People didn't watch, and I'm sure they ran it up the flagpole. Oh, should we cancel Joyless Joy Reid during Black History Month? They had to stop the financial bleeding. And you people that are complaining about Joyless Joy Reid's show getting canceled, did you watch? I see more people complaining about Joyless Joy Reid's show getting canceled than were actually watching Joyless Joy Reid's show.
Now, I ain't gonna lie. He looked like he was trying to do the tongue twister, and he was getting twisted up, so he had to slow it down. Yeah. But I mean,
Joy Reid show.
Yeah, I get it. I get the pun, bro. You ain't have to keep going with the Joyless Joy Reid, but I feel you. Like,
you never watched the show.
Yeah, I can't really comment on it.
But if you liked her show, you liked it, right? Because her commentary was your type of politics.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? She was for women. She was Black power, but she was always, to me, she was fair most of the times. I won't say she was fair all the time, right? Because she did go into, and I'm just keeping it 100, right? She did do what everybody has to do in this business, right? And she did shock jock. She did some trolling. She said certain things that I didn't think that, you know, for her where she was needed to be said. But in that business, that's what she have to do. Right. So I didn't lose in respect for her. But she's a good journalist, yes. But in the business of being a newscaster and an anchor these days, and this is no shot at Joy Reid, because I like Joy Reid, you cannot be a journalist and an anchor. You have to be an entertainer that happens to do journalistic and anchoring at the same time. You know, the real news went out the window. We're just reporting news sitting there. And today in the White House, President Trump signed the executive order.
Yeah, that wasn't interesting for folks.
Those days don't went away, right? And now you have to do. He's at it again.
Mm-hmm.
President Trump. Can you believe it, right?
Which is one thing I didn't really like from his take. If we're gonna say that, then everybody be performing.
You know,
everybody.
That's why I say everybody, even him. When he said make it Kelly go fuck yourself, you're performing. It has nothing to do with who you are as a journalist, bro. You know what I'm saying? And he's a damn good journalist, but he's biased at times too.
You talking about Don Lemon?
Yeah, Don Lemon. Yes, you know everybody at Fox and MSNBC and CNN, they're damn good journalists. They wouldn't be on national networks if they're not. They're doing what they have to do to keep their damn jobs. If you met these people in person, bro, some of them believe what the fuck they're saying, some of them don't. They are doing their jobs. If you work for a right-wing network, you're going to be right-wing. If you work for a left-wing network, you're going to be left-wing. If you've been following politics as long as I have, you will see that some of those people at MSNBC went over to Fox. And some people at Fox went over to MSNBC. If you've seen in politics, congressmen, right, and women, when they can't win with the left, they go to the right. If they can't win with the right, they go to the left. They change parties to win. They don't give a damn about the politics of it. Which one gonna get me in the office so I can win, or which one gonna get me a job?
And you told me usually everybody know each other.
Everybody know each other, bro. Listen, Everybody knows each other. They fire off at each other, and sometimes that shit behind the scenes be planned to get us to watch.
Yeah.
Now, Megyn Kelly and Joy Reid, I don't think that's planned. I think that's actually what it is right now. And once these people get off these networks and start doing their own thing, I think it's going to be all, some collaboration behind the scenes to keep their brands going because they don't have the networks going with them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So shout out to everybody that's doing their thing. But at the end of the day, man, there are a lot of people losing their jobs. Nephew and I will probably have more to say on this a little bit later. Let's move on to the next news story.
Okie dokie. Now, did they just
Denise is in the building. Denise, did you want me to call you or do you want Nephew to call you after the show?
Yeah. Let's see which one. I just said okie dokie. Now we do want to remember one of the Isley brothers, Christopher Jasper. He passes away on today at 73, according to People. The family shared the news on Facebook, revealing that he passed away. This is the February 23rd. In his fight against cancer. He was diagnosed in December 2024. According to his loved ones, Jasper joined the Isley brothers back in 73. What I like to do, kind of similar to the happy birthdays and stuff like that, in remembrance of the people that left, favorite moments. I say this favorite tribute to the songs. Journey to Atlantis. This is when you can really hear what Jasper brings to the table. One of my favorites. Isley brothers literally don't miss. Shoot, whether you go to Between the Sheets, and got sampled through hip hop crazy. But yeah, man. Rest in peace to one of the great ones. Definitely one of the great musicians. That touched in soul, because a lot of folks confuse this R&B and old school. Is like, nah, he's part of soul. Yeah, Isley brothers, the Isley brothers, you got the Spinners, you got Delegation, folks like that. Is
Dynamics.
Dynamics.
Dramatic, not that.
Frankie Beverly and them.
Yeah.
Earth, Wind and Fire. That's
OJs.
soul. Yeah, that's just the band version of soul. Oh, especially the OJs. Oh money. That's my favorite group. That's my favorite group.
How can Trump hate DEI and he got famous off
DEI?
That's when he came back into the scene.
Yeah. How do you hate that? Look,
He's been stealing people. He's been stealing our music for a long time.
A good little minute. But again, condolences to the Isley brothers.
A great loss
Jasper
for
family.
A great loss of music.
Prayers to y'all.
A great loss of music.
Yeah, great loss for music.
But he contributed a lot.
He did. Definitely did.
Yes.
He definitely did. So
and his songs have got me laid plenty of times. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Appreciate you.
I think you're gonna be stupid somewhere.
Chris Jasper, I appreciate you, big dog.
Yeah.
Yes.
Smooth. That's a smooth man.
And, hey, as a matter of fact, the next time I'm in action, I got to play him.
Salute.
Salute. Hey.
Yeah, you stupid.
Hey.
Yeah, you
next to
stupid.
This is still Black History, my brothers. Let's run it up the pole.
Yeah. look, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it.
The OJs got paid a lot by Trump.
Yeah. I mean, we ain't worried about that, man. We trying to condolences to the family, bro. Golly.
So did we call it cooning back then?
I'd moved on, man. We talking about flying cars.
It was cool back then, but go ahead.
Yeah, it was cool back then. He was cool back then.
He was cool back then.
He sold out. So I put it like that. He sold out. Anyway.
Well, maybe the future,
I guess a California company out there is starting to make the flying car now.
Yeah.
Yo. Y'all need to put this up before Elon find it. Wow. And he take all our money to build on this freaking project.
Oh, he will.
Oh my God. Now, I will say the nerd in me is very much peaked. Apparently, automotive company out there in Northern California displayed their flying car during one of Silicon Valley auto shows.
Yeah.
The Tech Advanced Automotive is set to undergo production in 2026. That's pretty soon.
But how long is that car gonna fly in the air though?
That's what I'm worried about,
You know what I'm
bro.
saying? Because if you're saying just gonna fly over traffic,
Cause
and then how's that gonna be navigated? That's gonna be crazy.
let's be 100. Y'all already can't drive on the ground, and we've been seeing how this
imagine?
stuff with the planes go.
Can you imagine what that gonna look like?
Yeah, bro. Y'all finna hit a plane. Y'all finna hit.
They ain't gonna go
with a
that
car.
high. Flying cars are not gonna go that high.
They better not. They better not. Now,
Flying cars can't go. Flying cars are not going to go that high.
now, how I seen on the cartoons, they go as high as you want them to go.
Those are
Just not the
spaceships.
stratosphere.
Those spaceships. Sir.
Nah, you ain't seen no cartoons in like 40 years. I'm just cartoons when I was coming up. Them boys was high, like skyscraper high. They just didn't go to the stratosphere. That's when you knew it was a spaceship.
Okay.
You got this old cafe so strong, bro. I'm just saying, man, it could go high. You never know. They might want it to get up high, get some giddy up, get to the you call that sucker down while you getting out the window. You feel me?
But I can see, you know what I'm saying, some yams called me in the middle of the night.
Flying over to you. Why don't you fly over to my house, baby?
or here's the thing. I'm gonna send my car for you now.
Ooh.
That's a flex.
Ooh, that is.
You can send your car.
That's a nice flex.
Yeah, you can send your car now. You send your car to go.
Yo,
pick
baby,
up.
don't even worry about it, man. I ain't finna. Them bozos be sending you tickets.
Especially you got one of the first ones.
Them bozos be sending you Spirit tickets. Nah, baby, I'm gonna send a car.
Right. Imagine that car coming, laying right there in front of your house. Doors open up and you hop in.
Ooh.
And then she just flying in the car and it bring the boots to you.
I ain't gonna lie, that's a flex. That's a flex.
Yeah.
Then hold on, if it's AI, then they gonna just put your GPS in it, baby. Yeah, send me your GPS.
Yeah.
Your location.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see how this go. Can't wait to see. I know one thing. I don't want the first model. I know it's gonna be a lot of rich folks be like, yeah, let me get that. Nah, I don't want the first model.
I want the first one.
I want the already tested out, Kingston worked out.
I want the first one. I'm not gonna drive.
Can't get a glitch.
I want the first one that's gonna drive it. Put in the garage.
Yeah, Jetsons. See that? Yeah, that was back in your day. Well, Jetsons was spaceship.
They were spaceship though.
Jetsons was spaceships.
I ain't saying I saw it, but they was in the air. They was in space.
Yeah, Jetsons was spaceships.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Star Trek, spaceships.
Nah, Star Trek was clearly space. They was in space.
Yeah.
They was in space.
Deep Space Nine. Spaceships.
No. Oh, have you seen He-Man before? He-Man had the flying ones.
Yeah.
Little flying saucers.
He had a hover. Yeah, I saw.
Mm-hmm.
He-Man.
Now,
Next shot, baby in the house. What's up, baby?
You're now, your girl Tyra Banks, she hit the cover of Essence, man, with no eyebrows.
There goes my baby.
Now, she gonna slay whatever she do.
Tyra Banks, bro. I don't give a damn. What
I figured it was just a fashion statement. I think she still got eyebrows.
What does she do with that? It don't matter. Tyra is beautiful. Tyra is beautiful, bro. Tyra Banks is a beautiful woman.
Now she was giving off a lot of Alice in the Wonderland with a whole bunch of her pictures, but I will say one of them I did like. It would be that one.
Mm-hmm.
That background right there was pretty solid. Yeah, like I said, she was giving off Alice in Wonderland. But
I like it.
It was pretty dope. She back outside.
I'm
cool with it.
I don't care what she put on. It's Tyra.
And Tyra got yams now. So it's like
no. What you mean,
stop it.
and?
No. She
Bro, you
got
stupid.
yams now.
No.
She got yams now.
Tyra has always.
You
had
talking
yams.
to a dude that definitely watched America's Next Top Model.
Tyra Banks have always had yams.
She has not always had yams. No,
well,
she
you're
hasn't.
not gonna fight about this.
We don't look. I'll show you the pictures. I'll show you the pictures. I don't know what you've been looking at.
Tyra Banks in her modeling days had yams.
Tyra Banks in her modeling days did not have yams. She was model built, but she did not have the yams.
Okay, I got to see what you're saying for yams because
yeah.
Tyra Banks said herself because of her body and she had an ass on her, she had a hard time getting into modeling. Tyra Banks has always had an ass on her, bro.
That's not yams, sir.
Compared to modeling, yes.
Then okay, you admitting she ain't got yams
She,
into
had,
that.
no, she got ass now. She's always had yams.
Man, nah, she ain't always got no yams. Yams is a lot more thicker than that, Joe. The yams is a lot more thicker than that. She got yams now,
bro. Tyra Banks has always stuck out in the back as an apple shape. She had an apple bottom always.
Okay. We'll agree to disagree.
Okay.
We agree.
Pear, apple.
Nah, I ain't getting her no pear. I ain't getting her no peaches. She wasn't even barely apple. You giving apple. Okay. She got yams now.
Nah, bro.
She got
disagree
yams
with
now. Now, shout out to Tyra Banks.
Only thing I would say this: a woman ain't gonna grow no ass; it's just gonna spread, right? And Tyra Banks ain't had no surgery, so
yeah, but they'll grow something if the baby sit the right way.
No. If you got a flat,
or they get a little bit older and that love weight get on you.
If you got a flat ass, it's gonna spread. Okay. Tyra Banks has had yams. Okay, she had an ass. She had that pear-shaped apple bottom always, and it just spread it.
I don't know what you've been looking at. I did not see none of that when I was watching
Tyra Banks, bro. Like I said, Tyra Banks has always been fine.
Gotcha. Now, there's been some weird discourse and beefs going around.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, one that that involves one of our mans, Mr. Cameron, was going back and forth with Chad Ochocinco.
Okay, so what is the Cameron and Mace podcast? It seems like they just pick a lot of the clips that I see a lot of is what is that podcast about? Besides,
it's a sports podcast.
But
it's a sport, okay, but definitely a sports.
But that clips that goes viral that I see a lot of time is because they said something. Mason said something about somebody. Cameron said something about somebody. I very rarely, because I don't watch that podcast. The clips that pops up is
they have segments where if it's big enough they'll talk about. But they have they didn't have a whole bunch of podcasts is talking about football and sports and basketball. Honestly, basketball be really their topics.
Okay, but why would I so both of them are rappers, right?
Yes, they are. They can't talk about it.
No, they can. No, they can. But what I'm saying, when they're talking about sports, I would say, are people really listening to them because of or they're really taking their knowledge on sports?
Yeah.
Or they're taking their knowledge because they are famous rappers that happen to be talking about sports?
I think maybe it was a little bit of that, because I can't deny it. I think it was a little bit of that early when they started off. That you only doing this because you Cam and you Mace, but they've been having a lot more credibility with their podcast, based off of the players endorsing them. A few of the journalists that's in basketball and in NFL have also endorsed and signed off on some of their takes. They brought some of them on to speak back and forth. Shoot, they actually be low key kind of with Adam Scheffner and when Woj was out, you know what I mean? They was low key kind of in the midst, talking along with everybody else, giving the updates. So
I like both of them, but I never really understood what their podcast really was about. You know what I'm saying? When I watch it, well, okay, like when you watch some podcasts, The Pivot, Shannon, other podcasts, you know what it's about. I think they have a podcast, and I think what makes it great that they can talk about anything because it's them. I didn't know their main thing was sports.
No, they main thing is definitely sports. They main thing.
So Erica said she grew her ass in the gym.
Had to be because I told you it was not there.
No, Erica said she grew her ass in her own.
Erica's.
Yeah. And I said to Erica, you shaped your ass in the gym. You know what I'm saying? And you probably ate you ate right, but
is that not growing though?
I mean, if your booty flat, okay, it's only so much that booty gonna firm up. But if you got a flat booty, you got a flat booty. I don't give a fuck how many squats you do. Okay, I don't give a how many squats you do.
You can shape the dude. It's just gonna spread out.
Flat
you
booty
can
gonna be flat, bro. If you got a little something to work, that you got something working back there with, right? and you make it a little bit muscular, it's going to muscle. When you work the gluteus maximus, it will grow a tad bit. But if gluteus maximus, yeah, so you will see a difference because, like your muscles, a muscle will grow, right? But it's just depending on if the shape of your muscle, like your thighs and your arms and your chest. Like some people can do a lot of chest, but their chest just won't pop up. I just happen to be blessed where the top of my chest, my bottom chest will pop.
Now Lizzo growing a boot. She growing a booty.
Lizzo had a booty before.
No, stop it.
No, it was just fat.
You ain't see these pictures, bro.
The last picture you sent to me?
The last picture I sent to you is her in the midst of growing it. But
see, y'all saying growing up.
The few hands before,
yeah.
Nah, it wasn't. It would be to your point. She did now.
But what I'm saying is it was flat. But what I'm saying is she's shaping the actual body fat into a muscle. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So that's what I'm saying. You're losing weight and you're shrinking. When you're losing weight, you're shrinking the body fat that's inside of it, and then your body is going to contour to a certain shape of a muscle.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So if you have a flat booty, your booty ain't gonna just pop out and do buy out.
So
your
booty's
going to go more like this, and it's going to have a flat shape to it, but it's going to be firm. Have you ever seen those white girls with the flat dukes, but they look really good, but it kind of comes like a sliding board and it rounds off?
Sliding board.
You know what I'm saying? But no, I'm not trying to be funny, but it slides and it kind of right round at the bottom, but they look really good. You know what I'm saying? The way they were before. It's because when they don't
build them like that no more. Nah.
No, but what I'm saying is your body is your body.
Yeah.
Period. Right. And if you're not doing anything aesthetic or having any kind of surgeries, when you lose weight and you work out, your body's going to shape a certain way. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's everybody. So people want to say they grew a booty. No, you just got a chance to see what your booty look like when it's shaped in the form of muscles.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
Look, I know one thing. Them southern white girls now, I tell you, they coming with the yams. They coming with the yams. Kind of eating the same food. Anyway, now to get back to Cam and Mace.
You can build glutes. Yes, it's a muscle. Like I said, you can build it. You can build it.
Build them glutes, y'all. Build them glutes. I'm a big proponent of the glutes. Now, Cam is not a big proponent of Mr. Chad Ochocinco, though. So let me go ahead and let him go on.
Yeah. Ass niggas need to keep their ass inside, man. You know what I'm saying? This is what they need to do, man. Fuck is you telling another grown man about you getting your tool piece a little bigger, man? I don't really fuck with Chad Ochocinco, to be totally honest with you. He all right, but at the end of the day, when we started this show, the nigga was hating from the very beginning. We started the show. We was doing very well. It was very successful. We didn't have no deal, no sponsors or nothing. We was doing this off the muscle. He comes out of nowhere talking about, yeah, I'm going to get myself back together and I'm taking Cam's spot. Why the fuck you got to take my spot, nigga? Fuck is you talking about? You've been a football player your whole life, nigga. Now because I'm doing sports, you come and take my spot. And at that particular time, we had only been doing the show about 2.5 months, 3 months. But that's how much of an impact that I had that bitch ass nigga felt threatened. You know what I'm saying? Then after that, we try to call him. Shout out to my nigga Bub. My nigga Bub knows some niggas he know. I tried to give him a job. He like, yo, talk to my agent. I said, I'm talking to you now. What the? I don't do business like that. I talk to my agent. See, you so dumb, you can't even speak for yourself, stupid motherfucker.
Now, he goes on in a little bit more tirade. This is, and if you're a Mace or a Cam fan, you probably, if you like me, have that same critique. It was not that deep for him to go that hard on Chad Ochocinco. Now, did Chad earlier on, and that's the only one I can speak to. I don't know if he said something recently. That's what I'm confused on. Right. But I know recently, just like everybody else, and kind of what you was talking about when you was like, I don't really know what y'all is. A lot of folks is having that take. And Chad, you know how Chad is. He gon', you know what I mean, pick fun at it, and then he gonna crack a joke. You be like, hey man, I can take his spot. Shoot, give me a show. I'm a yada yada yada.
That's what he does.
That's what he do. So I was like, I didn't think it was that deep. But I mean, Cam and folks like him, like a 50, they willing to go as far as they need to be.
But see, 50 has a reputation for this. This is why I say for them. When I see the show and I hear Mace, and this is what I was talking about. You hear me?
Yeah.
In the background, right? Or when Mace going something, he's doing the same thing in the background, right? those are the clips that I see. So that's why I say, what kind of show is it? Because I get the business. I like both of the guys, but it seems more like the clips that I see, and there may be other clips that goes viral, but they show go viral when they're going in on somebody.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to be, you know what I'm saying? But those are the clips that pop up on my page when they're going in on somebody. I have not had any clips that go viral when they're actually doing content with certain people, like the Pivot. Their content goes viral because of the conversation or what that is. Shannon Sharp, so many stuff that went viral because of the conversation there. I'm not saying that it did. I just haven't seen their content, stuff that popped up on my page for them.
It don't travel as much as the other stuff.
You see what I'm saying?
And if you don't tune into them, then you probably wouldn't know.
That's what I'm saying. But I didn't know about the Pivot, right? They stuff that started appearing on my page, but the stuff that appeared on my pages was not that.
Yeah.
Right. Shannon Sharp, I knew him, but his stuff when they appeared on the page, it was the interviews. I don't know if they're interviews that they do, and I'm not saying that it doesn't. Does the interviews, the people they interview, do they go viral? And is good content for that, right? Like I said, I don't know because I'm not talking about the guys because I like both of them. I like the music, but I have not. When they're for what their podcast is, that's what I'm gonna ask you. What is it? And when you said it's a sports show, I'm like, oh, okay, because I didn't get that. I thought they was talking about entertainment and stuff like that, and then somebody may say something to them because each time I see them, Mace was going in on somebody. Or maybe those are. Here's the thing. Maybe those are the clips that they post
on purpose.
On purpose because of the business too, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I would love to work.
It be like that too.
I don't want to talk bad about these cats. At some point, I want to work with everybody in the podcasting business. You know
I love to be on this show.
Yeah,
they show look like it's gonna be
it'll be fun. Yeah.
Shout out Cam and Mace, man. Lastly, gotta hit the trifecta in for the one time. Godly. I stopped it as soon as I was gonna bring it up. 1 sec, y'all.
What's that? You stop what?
Shoot, it might mean that I shouldn't even bring it up. So, with that being said, because it was just Kanye. Nobody cares.
Oh man, nobody.
Yeah,
cares.
nobody cares. Nobody cares. I'm take that as a sign.
Yeah.
With that being said, I hope you guys sign off on the likes and shares. Make sure you do follow us every day. All right. You can make sure you subscribe if you're on YouTube at the LIM Network. Make sure you go and follow the Joe Lockett Show on Facebook, on Instagram, and on X. And if you're on TikTok, make sure that you follow and you like over there. Make sure you send those likes up in the chat. Feel me? Get us some hearts up in there. And lastly, if you're on Spotify, make sure you follow us on Spotify. That way you are always locked into everything we drop.
Now, I think we're in trouble. Or we got to stand tall because Denise said she want both of us on the phone call.
What?
Yeah.
What we do? What we do?
She do the show every week. We ain't got no phone call, but now she finna do her show.
Yo, you see that phone line? Once they get their own stuff,
on executive meeting and shit. You know what I'm saying? So
that's crazy,
bro. You know they get their own little show. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, she got me going back through my messages. Make sure I ain't.
No, she what's the thing she said on here? I don't care which one of y'all call, but I want both of y'all on a phone call.
Oh Lord Jesus! Like, I don't know what that means, man.
I'm like, wait the fuck a minute. What? Wait, what?
Yeah, let me go on. Do we got to go like 3 hour show? 3 hour show? 3 hour show.
Hey, we're gonna start real slow.
Oh my God!
Let's go to the next topic.
We got to talk about Steve Smith.
Is this your first time seeing it today?
Yes, this is my first time today.
I heard you here laughing about it, bro. And I'm like,
yo,
wait, bro, you so damn late. That been out since last week or over the weekend for sure.
Over the weekend?
Yeah, that been out.
Man, I didn't hear about it until today.
Yeah.
Now,
Steve Smith is a former football player, NFL football player.
Yes. Steve Smith, highly touted future Hall of Famer. Over with
I don't know now.
Yeah.
I want to be the Hall of Fame.
He don't look. They didn't put a whole bunch of folks in that Hall of Fame. They ain't gonna still put him in.
I don't know,
he's just gonna be looking weird. He a freaky dude. He's a 6'9" guy. Okay, he a freaking man. Steve Smith. And our main topic for today, and I did bring this up, but I had to, man. If you don't know who Steve Smith is, like we said, that is an NFL player, Carolina legend, Ravens role player. Okay. He was on a lot of great teams, very highly touted and highly regarded. When you think about wide receivers at a small size, he is the first name. The first. Okay. So with that being said, he has been in the news for being a freaking man. Okay. And I need to ask the people, especially my men, what would you do given this freaking situation? All righty. So let me describe the situation with Mr. Steve Smith. Steve Smith found himself in some trouble because he was messing around with a married woman. Now, if you know Steve Smith like we do, you know Steve Smith is married too, with 2 kids.
So is that cheating then?
Shut up. But we're gonna come back to him and his married kids and wife, but he has a family already. Now, this married woman has been seeing Mr. Steve Smith behind her husband's back. It took an actual interaction where she came home late. The phone was left unlocked. She went to sleep in the bed, and the husband was very uneasy given how she was acting. Kind of a little bit what we was talking about it was either yesterday or the day before, as far as like when you notice something weird and can you really call it?
Yeah.
He noticed something weird, so he called the phone and he went into the phone and he saw Mr. Steve Smith leaving the most egregious, most disgusting. Oh my God, Mr. Steve Smith and this guy's wife have been sexing it up in the text. And a little bit more than that, given what he was sending over to her phone. And he didn't even have the decency to cover his face. So you know it's Steve Smith. So how would you feel if your significant other, A, cheated on you, B, cheated on you with a man of different status? How would you handle that being done? Because this guy, he opened up the whole chat to social media. He tagged the NFL, the Ravens, the Carolina Panthers, Fox Sports, ESPN. He tagged everybody. So I need to know, man. What would you do if you were in that type of situation where your cheating was this public?
Well, for number one, he made it public. It's a couple of things before I get to what I would do. The wife was tacky as fuck. And the reason why I'm gonna say this, bro, if you're gonna cheat, this is women know this this is just rule 101, and you married. What do? You delete all text messages.
Yeah, you gonna archive it.
You know what I'm saying? Everything
so you wanted to go back to it
and read it. You know what I'm saying? I have heard nobody talk about that, bro. She kept all the text messages, all the pictures, and you married on the main phone. Yeah.
You right. Ain't nobody spoke about that.
Ain't nobody spoke about that, bro. You know what I'm saying? A married woman, bro, and even men that's married. Code 101, bro. You delete, you read and you delete, or you set up an email, right? Or you know what I'm saying? You got a phone that you have another phone that you're doing this with, and if you're doing it with your main phone, bro, you definitely are deleting every text message. You don't have any evidence. You delete everything. You don't hold on to nothing. You look at it. You may take that picture and put it somewhere else, or put that, but you don't keep it on your phone in your house where your husband or your wife can find it. So
especially that's if you know you being trifling. And if you got an archive, put it under a password folks shouldn't know.
I agree with that.
Like that's wild bugging. And you had to take screenshots to archive it. No, because Steve Smith has a clear Android, so he was texting back green.
But here's the thing, though, bro. For the other part of it, right? For this dude to take it to the internet, this is why she was doing what she's doing.
Yeah,
he a bitch.
Yeah, everybody in this situation pretty wrong. Yeah, and you don't say that too much often.
Yeah,
everybody in this situation wrong.
Ain't no man, honestly, is going to do. Well, I ain't gonna say the man because he did it.
Yeah,
Only a man like him with that kind of sensitivity, right? With his feelings hurt, right? That an NFL player is banging his wife and he hurt and he want revenge.
bro.
That's a woman thing. That's what women do.
That's why I was like, I don't
Yeah.
think that was the flex he
What's
thought it
objective,
was.
No, he didn't get.
Or he didn't get the.
He didn't care about the
response.
flex. He wanted to hurt her. He wanted to hurt. He wanted to hurt him. He couldn't do nothing to him. He couldn't whoop his ass. So like
you
know,
can't
Yeah.
can't even find him.
yeah. But then he called this dude and said, "Man, you fucking my wife. I know you're doing this right." And Steve Smith, bro, he said, "I'm sorry."
I'm sorry. And nothing else, literally. Sorry and nothing
but
else.
If my wife is banging another dude, the last person I want to talk to
Is the dude she banging, especially if she talking the way she did in these texts. That's the last man I want to talk to.
the only time I would talk to the other dude, bro, if it's somebody I personally know. Other than that,
Yeah. You shouldn't be trying to check the dude that your wife is
he didn't
doing
check
it with.
It wasn't no checking.
No, I mean, but
he
even
just
still,
informed him, "Hey, Steve Smith, I'm sorry to bother you,
Mhm.
but I know you fucking my wife."
Man,
That's
Mr.
basically what that was.
Mr. Steve Smith, senior.
Yeah.
Senior Smith.
Yeah, and so he went out there and put it all over the internet. I mean, so for me, what I think about it, he was hurt. He was in love with his wife more than she was in love with him. He was emotional. He acted out of emotions to try to hurt him.
Yeah.
And possibly his actions would, to me, was to save his marriage.
How do you see that?
Because if he gets rid of Steve, right, possibly she'll stay with him, right? Because, bro, on the average, man is like, I'm divorcing, I'm out of here, boom, boom, boom. I didn't hear none of that from him. And when he was talking about this, bro,
He didn't give that type of tone.
it wasn't that type of energy. You see what I'm saying? I listened to the whole thing. It wasn't that type of energy from him. So I'm thinking he's doing what he got to do to get this man away from my wife because I love my wife. And they can work things out because whatever is going on, he know what then in a marriage, you know what then happened in your marriage.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He could have been caught cheating. Who knows why she's doing what she's doing? You see what I'm saying? So there's a lot of different variables to it. The way he handled it, I don't think most men would handle it that way. But I'm gonna say this: that's the way he handled it.
Yeah.
Right. So I have to respect what he felt he had to go do. But I'm gonna say the other
Look
part
down
of,
on it, dude.
I can look down on it, but I'm gonna say the other part of it, man, is damn, Steve, to your family, bro.
Yeah,
you
bro.
now you got your wife and your family all drugged through some shit for a female that you really don't even care about for real.
They've been together since 2000. That's 25 years.
Yeah, and now you done
25.
now you done brought this kind of slander. And that's the thing that when you get married, man, as a man, I don't care about getting caught if I cheat, but you don't want to bring that to your family.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm single,
Yeah.
I get caught. You know what I'm saying?
It's another thing if your daughter or your son figure out that you
and
being nasty
you know what I'm
behind
saying?
mama.
And on mama, bro. And then, bro,
Yeah.
that's a whole because when you walk in the house, you that daddy now. You know what I'm saying? It's a different feel, bro.
Dude, I just thought about it. His son finna get ready to go to the league.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And here's the thing: nobody's gonna bother him about it, but the way his sons feel about what his dad did, he carries that weight, unnecessary weight that's not needed because of his dad. You know what I'm saying? The wife carries that unnecessary thing. So when men and women go out there and cheat, especially when you fucking married, bro. Like I said, cheating when you in a relationship with your girlfriend and boyfriend, I don't give two shits about that. That is what it is. People get mad at me, but I don't care about cheating girlfriend, boyfriend, right? Even if it's exclusive, work it out. You know what I'm saying? Move on.
Yeah.
But when you married, that's a different level to me. And you have a different responsibility. It ain't the same responsibility when you're in an exclusive relationship, right? To me. Now, people may want to claim it as that, but if you pack your bags, it ain't nothing to be done. But in a marriage, you've got married in the eyes of God. You done got married, and now you done tied your assets, your lifestyle, and everything to somebody. Excuse me. You done basically hitched your wagon to somebody, which for me, I took those vows seriously.
Yeah.
When I was married. Because again, what this is, I didn't want that. You've heard me say on the show many times.
Yeah.
I never wanted another woman to be able to be somewhere and say, I fucked your husband. Right. You know what I'm saying? That I prided myself on that. Even though my ex-wife thought I was cheating, but I wasn't. I didn't cheat on her.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Huh?
No, I'm saying, you thought.
Nah, I mean, a woman gonna think what she want to think, but at the end of the day, I never cheat. I never cheated on because again, I didn't want that kind of feel over my family. And again, when you get married and you marry the right man and you marry the right woman, you have to take that lifestyle serious. And no matter, even if you're angry or you're mad, you still have to realize as a mom or a dad or a husband or a wife that what you do affects your family. You have a different responsibility, bro, when you get married. You see what I'm saying? Because now the brand of your life is your family. That's your legacy. So you can hurt them in more ways than one, whether you're the husband or you're the wife or you're the kids. You have to protect that shit. And a lot of people don't, they allow their personal emotions to get involved because they're not getting what they want out of the marriage. And you go out and you step out on your wife or you step out on your husband. And, things like this happen. So
yeah. Steve Smith, you nasty man. But I mean, he's still one of my favorite wide receivers, so I ain't gonna change that. But still.
But okay, let me ask you what would make you cheat on your wife or somebody you've been with for a long time? What make men cheat though? And women cheat? But what is that thing that make you?
A lot of folks say neglect. A lot of folks say
because it's like when I was married, and y'all tell me in the chats, right? Let me know what y'all think. Because when I was married, bro, it was just something about you go be with another woman, and then I got to go home and get back in bed with my wife.
Really?
Yeah, that was like I don't know, bro.
Well, you was in love.
Yes, I love my wife, bro. Bro, because going there screwing another woman, but you got to get back in the bed with your wife, bro.
But you also look at the wife thing like high. So
because
a lot of folks
supposed to.
A lot of folks kind of still treat the wife thing as another relationship.
But what I'm saying is that's what comes. I don't understand, and I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not saying I did everything right in my marriage, right? But it was just one of those things for me. Like I'm going to be in the bed with another woman, shower, then I'm gonna go jump in the bed with my wife, and I'm gonna lay next to her.
You still felt dirty after the shower?
Yeah, I think I would. I feel bro.
You going crazy?
No, I wouldn't be going crazy, but that'd be a part of me like, damn, I just cheated on my wife.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Damn, I went out there and I'm laying up next to this woman that love, and because think about it, if she's truly innocent, your wife is innocent or your husband is innocent, right? And you're laying next to this person.
It's not always that black and white though.
It's
not always that black and white. Because even in this situation with Steve Smith, we was like maybe something led up to it.
It could,
or
like
maybe
I
he
said,
did something to provoke her.
Like I said, I don't know people's situation. I'm just saying, for me, when I was married, it would have been tough for me to cheat. I had opportunities to, but if I wasn't if I don't live with you, I don't have to see you, I could probably cheat. But
really?
if we ain't together, but me coming from a hotel or coming from another woman's house and then walking into my house where my son is in the house doing his homework and my wife is in the kitchen watching TV or in the bedroom or sleeping, and I just finished being with another woman, bro. Just me thinking about this like one of the worst goddamn feelings in the world.
I mean, but like I said, like if we really want to get into the psyche of a cheater, maybe it was other things to lead up to it. Maybe it's stress. Maybe it is the conveniency.
But Ms. Hanson, you still got to walk into that house, even though it's a married couple sleep in the same bed. You still got to walk into the house where your family is, knowing that you just cheated. You know what I'm saying? And here's the other part of it that I never wanted to be able to do, bro. You in the house with your wife and your kids, whatever the case may be, right?
Uh-huh.
And you texting another man or a woman.
Now that's wild. That mean you really don't care.
And that's what most people do.
That mean you really don't care.
Bro, that's what most people do. That's bruh. That's what I'm saying. That's what most people do, right?
Change the number to the best friend or a
No,
piece
but
of
your
it.
notifications on silent. You sitting right there with your husband or your wife, and you're texting, right? Your boo thing, or they're in the next room and you texting your boo thing, or you're in the bathroom while your husband and your kids in the house, you texting your boo thing. I don't know, bro. That shit, like,
Would you want to know if it did happen?
do I want to know?
Yeah, would you want to know?
I don't think I want to know what I want to know.
Explain.
You never want to know if your wife is cheating on you, but as I would want to know if she's cheating because I wouldn't want to be with her anymore. I don't want to see it,
Okay.
right? But I don't want to be made look like a goddamn fool either. You know what I mean? So
Okay. I see what you're talking about.
yeah,
I see what you're talking about.
I don't want to know, but if she's really doing it, she's in love with this cat. Yeah, I need to know. You know what I'm saying? So I want to know, but I don't want to know. Right. Let's see what some people say. Miss Hanson, they live in a whole separate house. We will know when something is off. My conscience will eat up at me. See, that's what I'm saying, right? If you're in love with the person that you're doing something with, and you could tell let's say, for example, if you cheated for the first time, right?
Yeah.
You'll know, do you love your mate or not, when you walk back into the house the way you feel. If you feel nothing, right, and you're thinking about the other person way more than you think about the person that you're married to, you should have never got married to him, or you don't love that person more. You need to get the fuck away from them. You need to move on.
Now, question: if you do that and you feel bad, do you tell your spouse?
No, no, just don't do it no more.
Okay.
No. If you cheated and you know that you felt that you did the wrong thing, take it to the grave, cut it the fuck off.
I'm glad we ain't BSing, bro, because there'll be some folks. Nah, tell your significant other, and if you real sincere about it, and they really you'll destroy the family.
Hey, if my wife cheated on me one time and she realized that I love my husband more than I don't want to do this no more, don't tell me.
Don't ever tell me. I'm with you.
I'm cool with what I'm saying. You did it. As long as I find out about it, just cut it the fuck off and keep it moving.
Yeah, die alone with that shit.
Yeah, take it to the grave. But I don't want. I wouldn't want to know, because again, like I said, that's a testament to, do you love me, or do I love you, right? Because again, I think if you love somebody, is it possible that you can go out there and step into some shit every once in a while? Everybody can.
Okay.
Everybody can. Everybody is susceptible to fucking up or making a mistake. What I would say is, you don't make a mistake and oops, your dick slide up in somewhere.
That's how I was going to ask. Do you make a mistake and get some booty?
No.
Is that a mistake?
No, you don't take your clothes off. That's not a mistake. That's intentional.
Okay.
Right? The mistake part is that you playing around, and I'm gonna say, because you're probably mad. Somebody jumps in your inbox, you say, hey, you start talking to them, and it just led to some fun, right? You shouldn't be doing it, but it was fun. Somebody paying you attention. I don't like it, but I get it, right? Now, it's a mistake to do that. But when it started to go too far, as a man or woman, you know that you got to cut that shit off. But this is the one thing that I have learned about everybody. Don't open up Pandora's box, because this is one thing I know about every woman that I've ever talked to, and I think some men, but I know especially for women. Women love attention from the right person.
Steve Smith was definitely the right person to old girl.
Let me say this again. Women love attention from the right person, right? So they could be married or in a relationship, but if they get attention from the right person and they're that type of woman, they will give a little energy to that other guy. They would give energy to that other guy. They would crack that door just a tad bit. Now, they won't step over the line, but they would keep that guy right there on the back burner at a distance. Somebody they can holler at and say, hey, how you doing? Hey, hello, my motherfucker. Hey, how you doing, right? But they ain't gonna do nothing. But that's the person they may start to vent to every once in a while. Yeah. Like I said, women will open the door for the right motherfucker, right? For real. Someone says you will want to know, so you know what you need to do either way. I'm gonna disagree with that, because like I said, if your wife, and you may want to know, I'm not gonna say you wouldn't, but I wouldn't, because everybody's marriage relationship, y'all, is different. You could have done something that pissed someone off to the utmost. Is one of the things that they asked you not to do, and you went out there and did it, right? And in revenge, they went out there and did that to you because they knew that would hurt you, right? But when they did it, they felt icky about it, and they knew if they did it, they crossed the line, y'all wouldn't be together no more. For me, don't tell me if you're never going to do it again. Right? Some people like, if you did it, I want to know. That's you. I don't want to know if you're never going to do it again. Because there are a lot of shit that when you with somebody, you know, you don't know what the fuck they did. Okay? From spending money to go whatever, going at whatever. There's a lot of shit you husband and wives don't know everything about it. I would say anybody say you think you know your husband, you think you know your wife, you think you know your man, you think you know your woman, bullshit. Everybody got a secret. Now I know some people gonna jump in here. I ain't got no secrets from my man. You the main one that got a secret. You the main one got a secret. There is something about you that your man or your wife don't know, or your husband don't know, right? Everybody got one. And there ain't nothing wrong with it. I ain't talking about nothing where you cheating or doing something with other people. I ain't talking about that.
I don't think
everybody got a secret.
Kimberly said two things. She said, some women want the attention from all men, even in a relationship. And she also asked the question, so a hall pass? I don't think that's a hall pass.
I'm not giving you a hall pass, but if you took a hall pass, if you stole a hall pass and then tell me, you know what I'm saying?
Then it's just gone.
You know what I'm saying?
Then it's just gone.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, you said you was going to the bathroom, but it was actually a hall pass.
But question, what do you say to the folks that say as soon as you get away with it, the thrill of knowing you can get away with it?
Then you are that motherfucker that's a cheater. Then you become, you know what I'm saying? Because if you can get away, you want to do it again, you don't give a damn about the person that you're with.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because
I agree.
Yeah. I don't want to hurt my wife, bro. If I don't know about my girlfriend like that. I probably maybe, depending on where I'm at the level, but my wife, that's mine, bro. And if I've got in my mind that you're fucking my wife, I got to make sure that you're secure that I'm your husband. And I'm not going to make it's my job as a man, if I'm married to you, to make sure that you're not insecure about I'm your husband and no other woman can get to me no matter what the fuck we in. If somebody came back to you and said your husband did this, you can look them in their eyes and know the fuck he did.
Even if I did.
No. See, but what I'm saying is that's the trust level, what I'm talking about. Like, for me to be with a woman, I need to be able to look her. If somebody said your wife did this, I can look emphatically in the motherfucker's face and say, no, my wife didn't do that, bro. If I can't feel that with you, bro, I don't want to be with you. I can't marry you.
Gotcha.
If I've got any kind of questions on on who you are, the scope of who the fuck you are, bro, we can't get married because I can't trust you. You know what I'm saying? And that's tough to find these days. You can find good people. You can find a good woman or a good man, but can you fucking really trust that person? When all shit goes bad, do they really have your fucking back? It's very few men and very few women that say people say they got your back until it's time to have your back. Mm-hmm. And then they're gonna hold you up for a certain period of time. They're like, man, fuck this shit. They're gonna drop your ass and keep it moving, right?
Leave you exposed.
Like I said, I'm gonna say it again, bro. Put on your oxygen mask and be slow to put on somebody else's. You know what I'm saying? And I say that with all due respect to anybody. I love relationships. I love marriage. I think it's a beautiful thing for those that it work for. But at the end of the day, man, people change on your ass quick, fast, in a hurry. And when things get bad for you, I want to see how you act. I want to see how you act when all shit goes to hell and high water. Are you still there with me? Right? Because what I've learned in life, people stick with you sometimes through the thick and thin. But sometimes because of what they went through with you, they see you differently now.
Yeah.
And it changes the complexity of the relationship.
I definitely agree with that. I've been the latter.
You know what I'm saying? It's just so even though they still there, y'all ain't there no more. Right? And so y'all wind up at some point still separating, even though they were through with you through the tough times. Because
so which one is worse to you? Being there but not how it was, or not being there at all?
I would rather for you to be there during the tough times and leave me after. I would.
So it's better not to be there at all?
No, I would rather for you to be there through the tough times.
Oh, okay.
I would rather for you to be there through the tough times, and we can't work it out because of what didn't happen. It damaged you for what you saw. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? For whatever, because sometimes it could be, whatever. You see things differently, right? Whether it's a health reason, or I went to jail, or I got caught doing some shit that wasn't, up to par. You got caught doing some shit. It changes. Sometimes people stick with you with shit, but like I said, it changes them how they see you, how they feel about you, and they're no longer attracted to you. They're committed, but they're not attracted to you no more. And the relationship still breaks off at the end of the day. But I'd much rather for you to stick with me through the tough times. And if we couldn't work out, at least I know you had my back. But I understand why you had to leave. If you leave me in the midst of hard times, I feel you never loved me anyway. So yeah, I'd rather for you to stay.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Kimberly says, excuse me, it's like having a missing link. Don't stick with me with judgy eyes. What do you mean when you say judgy eyes, though, Kimberly? Because depending on what it is,
I think I get what she's saying, but my response, I mean, you can't really critique or hold me
hostage to
how I judge you from there on. If I know you F me over already, and now I don't see you the same. Like, I don't see you the same. Don't have to be I don't like you, or I don't see you the same. Don't have to be I don't have love for you.
Yeah.
I just know how to handle you now, and so far to get to with you. You feel me?
If
Like
I had never been married before, I never would say this. What I'm about to say. I didn't know that you could be in love with somebody but don't like them.
Okay.
I didn't know that.
It's been said before.
You know what I mean? Marriage taught me that. That you can be in love with somebody, but you don't like them no more. People say you fall out of love. I didn't fall out of love, but I didn't like them very much. But I still love them. Right? You wanted the best for them. You still wanted to work. And because you didn't like them anymore, because of the love you have, you think you can get the like back at some point.
I mean, so describe loving somebody and not liking them.
Loving them means that, I got your back even on the worst day, whatever's going on, I'm going to be here, right? But I may not like you much right now. You know what I mean? I may not talk to you as much. I may not be as fun to be around right now, but if anything goes down, I'm still your provider, I'm still your protector, I'm still your husband. I got you. Right? That's for me, loving somebody but not liking them right now. I remember right down towards the end of my marriage with my ex-wife, that's where I was. I loved her. I just didn't like her right then. I was mad at her for a plethora of things, and she was mad at me for a plethora of things also. Now, I don't know if she still loved me at that time. I think what happened was I don't think she did. But maybe she did. You know what I'm saying? And I always say what happened between me and my ex-wife, I think she did what she did because that was the only way she could actually break away, because of maybe the love she had for me. That's what I tell myself. I don't know if that's the truth or not, because we don't talk.
Her way to be freeing herself without,
you know what I'm saying? That was an easier way to, she knew if that happened, that there was no turning back. So maybe that's what it was. I don't know. I don't care to know. That's water under the bridge for, a long time ago. Wish her the best. But I do believe, I have been in a situation where I've loved somebody, but I didn't like them very much. Kimmy says, I can love you from afar. Very true. I can love you and not like you, but not in love.
I agree. My in love is going to be more of that affection point. Like, I got love for folks, and then I got the in love where I show the affection. That's really where I'm tapping into my in love point. If I just got love for you, then I'm probably gonna handle you more like how you said, and it can be clinical at times. It can be, hey, I know it's things that I don't want to not do for you. I know it's things that I want to make sure is already covered, and if I can provide it, I'll do it. And then there's times where I'm like, shut up, I don't want to hear you talk or breathe in the room. Like, be seen and not heard, and be around me when I need you to. It's kind of how I handled it. If I have love for you, but I really don't like you. Like, I really, and I'll say I was close to it. I didn't actually dislike her, but I did change how I handle her from moving on after we did break up. Now, she still have love for me, and I still got love for her. But how I'm handling things with her is nowhere near how it was before.
Yeah.
Like, the lovey-dovey phase is dead. Yeah. So, you know what I mean? I can definitely understand where she comes from with that. The in love part is still having it there.
I struggle with that. And I would say I struggle depending on how we left each other. Right. If you did me dirty, I don't fuck with you. You dead to me. If you half-ass did me dirty, I don't fuck with you. You dead to me. The only way I got love for you or we still cool is that you made sure I was good and I made sure you was good. I'm a big thing on respect, bro. If you say you love me, right, regardless of what happens in your life, our responsibility to each other is to make sure that we're both going to be good when we walk away from a relationship. It's not, you walk on with yours and I'm fucked, or I'll walk on and you fuck. No.
Yeah.
Your next few months need to be okay. You may not land great, but you're not stressing. I'm going to help you make sure that you're going to be okay. You know what I'm saying? If I'm in a situation, you're helping me where I'm going to be okay because we was once in love, and if it's not working anymore, I know this happened to me. When you're in a relationship, it ain't too many people preparing for if you leave me tomorrow, we break up, which means you're not having a safe stash set to the side just in case tomorrow goes bad, right? And so if you break up and y'all got to leave, a lot of people don't have the finances to get up and go leave and be okay tomorrow. The person that's in more control or got the house and got the car and whatever, right? They can get up and go to work tomorrow. You can't. Your whole life is upside down. You see what I'm saying? And this is why I say it's very dangerous to get into relationships, right, with someone that's not equally yoked to what you are. And you shouldn't get into a relationship with somebody if you're not ready, if you can't take care of yourself. You see what I'm saying? Because if it goes bad, that person gonna tell you what the fuck you came with, get the fuck out. Because they going to work tomorrow and go to sleep.
Yeah.
Your ass sitting there looking like a goddamn fool, either sleeping in your car, going back to your mama's house if your mom and dad is still living, sleeping at a friend's house, or going to get a hotel room trying to figure some shit out. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say, at the end of the day, you got to be very careful, man. Be very, 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 very careful about when you get into these goddamn relationships and moving in with people and getting married. Man, you got to be careful, dog. If you ain't got your shit together, don't do it. And I'm still standing on that. Fuck that building together. I'm not a builder bear. I ain't with bruh. I am a proponent of making sure you got your shit together. I got my shit together. Then we can build. We can build together. But us trying to come together and work with our assets because we both broke as hell. I'm fuck that. I ain't no. Hell the fuck no. Especially even with if I was younger and I know what I know now, the fuck I wish I would.
Oh, so you wouldn't even build if you was younger?
Hell no. Hell the fuck no. I'm going to go get my house, my car, and my money. And then I'm going to find me a female that got her house and her car and her money. If that take me to 26, 27, or 30 years old, goddamn it, that's what it's going to take. Us building together, and then I got to give you half? No, bro. No. Bro, I tell a man right now, 100% of 100, you rather have your own goddamn 100 going in, right? And make sure she got her 100. So when she leave, you know what I'm saying? She ain't taking 50% or more. Because in a man situation, bro, you lose. And if you got kids, bro, you fucked. You think about this now. If you build with somebody, right? She's going to take your shit. And if you got kids with her, she's taking majority of all your shit. All your shit is gone, bro. And people say, well, rightfully so. Yeah, absolutely right. That's why stay your ass single, build your shit, right? And get your ass a prenup. Real talk, bro. I mean, it may not sound sexy, it may not sound good. If you're young, get you a goddamn prenup, right? And make sure everybody's accountable for what they bring to the fucking table. You know what I'm saying? Or she's getting something when she leave, but it ain't finna leave your ass destitute. You know what I'm saying? Because you happen to marry her. Because after 1 year or 2 years, bro, and I got everything and you don't, or vice versa, she got everything and he don't. Come on, bro. Hell the fuck no. I want my whole 100, bro. I'm not giving up. And you want to work for everything. Everything. It's somebody moving to your crib. Y'all stay together for 2 years. All of a sudden, bro, guess what? They don't like you no more. They get a divorce. You gotta give up half of your shit. And it took you 10 years or 5 or 6 to 10 years to build your shit. You gotta give up half of it. Bro, stop.
Now I'm highly upset. Not
My
gonna
ex
lie.
and I lived together
Highly
5
upset.
months after divorce, got our affairs together, and we both moved out. Well, I mean, hey, it worked for y'all, but hey, I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that. Damn that build. I'm saying this. Y'all can do what y'all want to do. Damn that trying to build the bell shit. No. This is what I would do if we building the bell, bro. You stay in your place, I stay in mine. Okay. We both keeping our places. Well, people say, well, it's cheaper if we gonna live together and we combine our finances. And when shit go bad, and you saying, Joe, you thinking it go bad. I don't want it to go bad, but shit happens. So I need to make sure we need to be living separately for a couple of years. Now I can live in your house, you can live in my house. We can stay at each other's houses, but we both keeping our places. That saving money shit, damn, that saving money shit. Or if you're moving in my house and you had your own place, please take that money that you was paying for rent or mortgage and put it into the bank. So if you gotta go, I need you to get the fuck out. Or if I gotta go, I need you to get the fuck out because I got money sitting in the bank. Don't be sitting there trying because I got money, I'm not paying mortgage anymore, make me pay half of this shit. No, you pay your share of what needs to be done in that place, but don't take all your money to enhance somebody else that you're not married to. And like I said, that may not be popular, but at the end of the day, bro, it's called putting on your goddamn oxygen mask and make sure you're gonna be okay. Because when shit go bad, nobody want to fuck with you. They don't give a fuck if you choke, and they will sit there and watch you
go out.
Cake says you're expecting to go bad. I don't put it out there in the atmosphere. Shit, I ain't put the atmosphere gonna be what it is. It rains some days.
We can't act like
some days.
We can't act like that's not common though.
No, I'm saying, bro, just be safe.
Yeah,
You
but
know
that's what I'm saying. We can't act like it. Look, ain't nobody wishing a cold on themselves, but you got to make sure you do things in order so you get the flu.
When I got married, right, I didn't think I would wind up on the street. 10 years later, my ass on the street. Now, I don't know who put it out there in the atmosphere, but somebody put some shit out there in the atmosphere and buried my drawers in the backyard, and I wound up in the street. Okay, I don't know who was negative. It wasn't me. And that people want to say my ex-wife was negative. I don't know who was negative, but some kind of way, right? I took off I ain't even have an oxygen mask. I'm out there. Everything gonna be okay. Everything is good. But next thing I know, I'm in the motherfucking middle of the goddamn street, bro, with my clothes.
That's how you choked?
Huh?
That's how you choked?
I don't know how I choked, but that's what it felt like.
Oh, okay. Bet.
Cake said, I'm not saying it works for some and maybe not for others. I got you, mama.
Okay.
I got you. But these are your perspectives, don't. Yeah. Now I agree with. I think what Cake is saying is that don't think negative, right? If you think positive thing will happen. I agree with that. I do. But you know how they say God give you 5 senses, and I was only using 3. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I was only.
What was the 3?
Huh?
What was the 3? I know sight was one, and I know touch was the other.
I don't know what 3 I was using, but it wasn't the right ones for my ass. That's all I'm gonna say. You know what I'm saying? You gave you 5, and I was using. I only used 3 of the motherfuckers because I wound up on my ass. And the only thing I'm saying is love is great, bro. And I've been and I am talking from a place of I guess trauma. I've been through it a couple of times with family, friends, and ex-wife. But I do know, even in business, right? And I've seen this. People change when they want to. And all I'm saying is love hard, but make sure you are protected. You protect yourself in a way that if it does not go well, both parties are going to be okay. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying don't do it, but I'm just saying make sure you're going to be okay, right? Because a lot of times you don't know. I don't know if Cake is going to make sure I'm going to be okay if she get mad at me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Cake man says, shit, you're a cupcake, not motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Or you're Tootsie Roll.
Oh, that's effed up.
You know what I'm saying? Get the fuck up out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Cake, why you doing like that?
You know, but Cake live in ATL. You know, they wild up there.
Yeah, Atlanta's.
You know, Cake live. I bet you Cake, but you know something. Cake is cute. I bet she fine as fuck too.
Atlanta where the birds at.
We gotta get you on the show one day. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna sit there and tell nobody that I don't have trauma or living from what I done been through. Because they would say, fool me once, you know what I'm saying? Shame on me. Fool me twice, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 3 times, you know what I'm saying? I don't let it get to 3. And barely I let it get to 1. You know what I mean? So I think you should learn from you. I think you should let people say mistakes. I don't call my ex-wife or my family mistakes. I say I learned from my experiences with people, what not to do and what to do. With that being said, we all have unhealed parts. Yes. With that being said, y'all make sure y'all locking into the all ladies panel with Denise as your host tomorrow. She's gonna have I think like 3 other women on the show tomorrow, including herself. So Denise will be sitting in this spot. She will be live on TikTok from my phone. So you guys make sure you lock it in here. Denise will be in the building tomorrow doing the Joe Lockett show. It'll be a ladies panel. I'm very excited to see what that's going to look like with the beautiful ladies. They said I'm not allowed on the show tomorrow. And also tomorrow, 11 p.m., make sure y'all lock it into Coffee and Conversations, my new talk show that I'm doing at the Filter Coffee Parlor. AM. Yes, 11 a.m. The beautiful Natasha Raj, the CEO of 1221, will be in the building. We're going to have a really great conversation over some coffee. If you guys got time while you're at work at home, grab your coffee and stream us live and share and come in and let us know that you're watching. We appreciate you guys. We love you. And we'll see you ladies and gentlemen tomorrow. You guys have a great night.